Good evening. My name is Dan Armstrong. I am a candidate for District Attorney General. I've been a prosecutor for the last 28 years. There's no secret what's facing the criminal justice system, and that is the avalanche of prescription painful addiction. That has to be looked at from both the supply side and the demand side. On the demand side, we have to incorporate rehabilitation into our sentences for first-time offenders. But as important as that is, we all know people in the medical profession. I have the highest regard for people who are in the medical profession, but there are some in that profession that are abusing their rights, and they're giving out prescription pain pills like they were chiclets, and it's got to stop. And I will do whatever it takes to close down any pain clinic, any provider, any nurse practitioner or doctor who is continuously giving out oxycodones at a rate of 240 pills a month. That's ridiculous, and it's got to stop. I don't want to take up any more time. I know you're tired. I want to thank you for your graciousness. This is a friendly county. I'll tell you, I've been all around this county, and I've seen so many people here tonight that I've met over the course of the last few months. Thank you for your graciousness. I would be remiss if I did not mention my lovely wife, Kay, who's sitting over here. She has put up with me for 30 years, and I appreciate that very much. And I just want to close by asking you humbly for your support and your vote. And I did receive on March 7th an endorsement that I'm very proud of. And the Fraternal Order of Police Cherokee Lodge endorsed my candidacy to be your next DA. And I'm looking for your endorsement tonight. Thank you very much.
Also for Attorney General, Ed Kershaw.
I'm Ed Kershaw, and it's good to be up here. I was told that since I'm the last speaker, there's no time limit. I appreciate that very much. Go ahead and make yourselves comfortable and listen to me for a while. I am running for Attorney General. I work at the law firm of Leonard, Kershaw, and Hensley. I've worked there for 20 years. I've been a managing partner there for 15 years, which means I've helped run the firm. My family's here. My wife, Linda Kershaw, is back there. I've been married to her for 24 years. I brought my daughter, Kelsey Kershaw, and my son, Kenny Kershaw, so that they could learn a little bit about politics tonight. I was the first coach of my daughter, Kelsey, and she's now a starting goalie for Greenville High. I was the first football coach of my son, Kenny, and he's won middle linebacker of the year this year for Greenville Middle School. I serve as a town of Moss attorney. I was formerly the Civil Service Board attorney for Greenville, Tennessee, chairman, and that was a liaison for the police department and the fire department. I was also formerly the Greenville Housing Authority attorney. Probably the biggest thing that I'm proud of is I was one of the initial members of the drug court in Greene County, Tennessee. We came up with a new idea for people that were on drugs. What we were doing before then is if somebody had a drug problem, we would put them in jail for a few days, and then we'd put them back out on the street as addicts. And somebody came along and they said, maybe we should try something new, because all we're doing is having addict after addict after addict. So we started putting them through a rehabilitative program. We started having them keep clean, take drug screens, get jobs, and if they would do that for 15 months and report to us for 15 months, then we would reduce their jail time. And we would put them back on the streets, not as addicts, but as sober people. I don't disagree with my friend Mr. Armstrong about pain pills and pain clinics. I've actually given speeches to various organizations where I've tracked the dollar amount, and it's amazing how much cash doctors are getting, especially in Florida. The analogy that I've used when we look at pain pills is that we're cutting the tail off the snake, not the head. We keep putting the junkies on the street in jail, while the doctors that are millionaires, nothing happens to them. And I've said before that the doctors themselves need to be willing to police themselves initially. Your big problem with doctors is they have lobbyists and they won't even police themselves. Doctors should be standing up here saying, we want to kick out the bad doctors. We shouldn't ask them to do that. The doctors themselves should form review panels and kick out the bad doctors. That would be a great starting point. I've had the good fortune to travel to Boston, Washington, D.C. twice, and Nashville once, to different drug court conferences. I've had that good fortune to learn how drugs are made, how they're manufactured, how they're distributed. I've told people before, I can make most drugs, I can distribute most drugs. He needs to take a few drugs. My name is Ed Kershaw. I would very much appreciate your vote.